MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the New York Giants.
To kick off.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Taken in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Taylor. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Yeah, he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Washington.
And some room to roam now. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. His first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Saquon Barkley.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's the gain of
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
3rd and 1.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he will bring this one back. It is a... Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Richie James on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He finds an opening past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. We also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Barkley, and he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On second down, here's Barkley. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
14. Giants, nothing.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are. With that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Geis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And it's third down.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
On the tackle.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They run for it with Breida, and he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's Jones to throw from his end zone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Gets us out to Saquon Barkley. He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's first and goal.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go.
From the gun, Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On second down now, Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Richie James as the first half is winding down. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes this Washington 14. Giants 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On the option, here's Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now James returning. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
57 the mark. 57 the mark.
Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And 10.
Saquon Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
For the field goal, a 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
They go play action now. Taylor dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
He's tackled at the
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter.
16
was his 3rd field lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
For Darrell Patterson on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Taylor. Able to find his running back, Geis. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 24 yards to gain there, another first down as well.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, here's Breida. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
A gain of 7.
7 yards there and a first down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Barkley unable to get away on the first down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Barkley. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
A 4-yard gain.
Now Jones throwing on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Taylor. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. It's Taylor. Man open, it's Moss complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Pinheiro now to add the extra point.
Washington 24, Giants 16.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's James. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
and you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
He's back to throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 27-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Second and 10 now from the 27. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Evan Ingram. Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Jones. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
Derwin James on the coverage.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6. A bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Washington, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.